Hello, beautiful souls. So it's been a long time since I've made a, or at least posted a video. So I just thought I would hop on here and share a little bit about what's been going on for me. It's been a crazy summer. Um, you know, instead of rehashing all of the different crazy stuff that has happened, where I just feel like I am like kung fu fighting, like with the universe, in that, all of these things keep happening in the 3D where I'm being forced to deal with them. And it's fine. I mean, I'm doing it, but also trying to work through things at a deeper level, emotional level, still notice the patterns. It's been a lot. We've had a lot of solar flares, um, a lot of anger. There's a lot of anger floating around. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I've seen road rage, you know, friends acting weird. Everybody is, and this might be a bit of a generalization, but what I'm noticing is everyone is self absorbed. And that's kind of the way that we are. I mean, we are our own, everybody in our minds revolves around us in our existence here, right? So I guess it kind of makes sense, especially as more and more fear is created in so many different ways. You can think of financial market, you can think of political, you can think of all of the different ways that they're trying to create fear. But anyway, almost everybody I know is somehow worried about their economic um, existence, survival moving forward. Is the same dollar that has been lasting me for this going to continue to last? It doesn't really feel like that. So that's creating a lot of pressure. Feels like we're kind of in a pressure cooker. Anyway, so for me, it's been like working through the anger that has been coming up in so many different ways. Um, Anger and then also gratitude. But anyway, I'll cover the anger first. Like trying not to lash out at other people. I mean, I kicked off my summer with this huge amount of anger. One of my really good friends died. And I have been so angry around so many different things surrounding her death. You know, and having to really surrender and allow for sovereignty, which is like at a really deep level for me. You know, I know, especially some of the work I do, I know a lot of people are not happy in their lives. A lot of people call me, schedule appointments, even my friends, they're living lives that they don't love right now. And so I have always, and after I changed my life, I got out of my situations, whatever, that weren't building me up, and I got out of them into building my own self up. Do you know what I mean? So I always see that as like a possibility, probability with everybody that I work with. Well, when people decide not to do that, when people decide to give up, when people decide that the familiarity of abuse is more uh, comfortable than the thoughts of leaving or the fear of leaving. I mean, fear is a powerful motivator. And that's one of the things that I've been noticing, over the summer is how many people are staying in situations due to fear or limiting themselves due to fear. So that's been part of what I've been doing. And then for me, the existential crisis that comes from having a really close friend like this die. And then there, due to a whole bunch of different circumstances, um, I helped a lot after that. And I'm going to say helping is an interesting word because according to who, but anyway, I stepped in. I took a lot of responsibility that really wasn't mine to take to help out in that situation. Um, and then the it was skewed. Like I was trying to gain position or trying to do something different. I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand. Um, like I was trying to manipulate something. And I'm like, no, I'm just helping out of the goodness of my heart, which I guess I'm realizing that a lot of people don't really encounter that much, encounter like people just helping just because without ulterior motives or whatever. And so very few people are open to receiving. Anyway, so I have been reevaluating my friendships. I love deeply, and I have a lot of, I've always had a lot of friends, and I'm noticing that I'm pulling way back after this, way back because my world got rocked. My world got rocked. I ended up taking in her daughter for a month, going through the state, being a foster parent. Now I'm a licensed foster care provider. I mean, all of these things that I had never imagined that I would ever do. And here I am doing them. Um, but I'm realizing that friendship has to be reciprocal or I don't want it. And I'm also noticing how many people I'm friends with that they're friends with me so that they feel better. Because one of my gifts is that I just make people feel better. I mean, I have this calming energy. I am always about empowerment. It's in my energy field, not even if I talk. It's very interesting. But okay, that's great. But what do I get? And and it's interesting because my shadow's like when I say, well, what do I get out of it? It's like, wow, that is not a very pretty aspect. But no, I'm being serious. Why are we in relationships that aren't reciprocal? Screw that. I don't want any of that anymore. And it's okay to ask the question, is this reciprocal? Am I giving as much as I'm getting? It doesn't have to even be the same thing, whatever that means, right? And honestly, when things start to feel hard and they make you tired and it feels dense, it's not for you. I don't care your history that you've had with these people. That is huge indication to let them go for now. So I have been in this interesting purification process almost all summer where I haven't really wanted to see anybody. I mean, very few people. Um, and it's weird because I'm lonely for people that really see me, but I also will not, cannot, will not be pushed around. A lot of people, when they meet me, they're like, they get pushy. They like my energy. So they're like, well, let's meet now. Let's meet this week. Let's meet next week. They're like trying to stack me in because I am like an energy infusion. I know I am. But what do I get out of it? If I don't get anything reciprocal, the exact same or some benefit, I'm not doing that. And there is this thing also where I am feeling like for me, whatever I am doing for my family, I mean, I'm going through this existential thing. I need to take a break from people. Going through this purification process of my own beliefs. I'm like revisioning what kind of relationships I even want, what kind of friendships I even want. How often do I want to see people? Am I fine like seeing people once a month? Is can a friendship be maintained on that? You know, I don't there's very few people that I'm fine talking to on the daily. Very few. And I'm noticing it. And I'm also noticing that I'm not asking so much outward of people. I don't need that validation anymore. And I'm wondering if that's where the shift is. I don't need somebody to like me for me to like me now. I'm like, well, you know, if I want to go to some place or I want to do something, I'm fine if, somebody wants to come along, but I'm not doing what I want to do. I don't know if it's my age. Maybe. Maybe. Right? I'm going to be 51 tomorrow. And I'm like, I I have very little time like to myself, for myself to do what I want. And I'm like, I to do something, I need to have there has to be a desire within me to do it as well. I have been giving, 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 doing what other people wanted almost my whole life. And now I'm like, okay, that's great. I mean, I understand why I did what I did, but now it's like it needs to make sense in the moment for me. I don't just do it just because they want to do it. If it doesn't feel expansive, and like for me it's a body thing, I'm like, move, I want to do this, then my answer is no. And the other thing is I'm realizing with people that people who are controlling, people who are manipulative, people who have narcissistic tendencies, people with actual mental illness, like that are looking outward for different things from people, they rub me wrong. Like, I can't be around them. And usually at the beginning, I don't even know what it is. And I'm not talking about people who have done a lot of healing. I'm talking about these needy people that are going around trying to suck my energy because they don't want to do their own work. Because sure, I can make you feel good for a while, for a time, for a short while, until you need another fix. And I'm like, no, my energy is mine. So sovereignty, this is my big lesson over the summer. Sovereignty for me, I get to make my own decisions, right? And I don't even care. If you're programmed to think that I'm obligated, that's going to be interesting for you because guess what? I'm not obligated to do anything. There's been a lot of that, or these people that are acting so nice, like they're giving me this, they're doing, and yet there's so many strings attached. And I'm like, no thanks, I'm good. I don't need any of it. It's like I'm seeing through the words into the actuality of what is attached now. I think a lot of us are. I think a lot of us are like reevaluating our friendships as we are, I guess, growing consciously in our consciousness. I'm not really even, I don't know. It's just been a really weird summer. And it's not quite over yet. Anyway, that's what I've been going through. Let me know if you're going through something similar. Usually we're all kind of in the same, going through a similar thing, even if it's in a little bit of a different way. So love you guys. Bye.